How is everybody doing? Sorry, I came in hot with a lot of energy right away. Hello, cool gamer. How's it going? What are you working on this morning? I am writing, shockingly enough. Wow, good morning, everyone. Hi. Hello, Krenko. Good morning, That Dark Writer. What are we all working on this morning? Um, I am on chapter 21, but I think it's actually 22. It's all confusing. Good morning, Thrift Nice. Good morning, Beans, Beans, Beans. It is a party up in here. Um, that was a strange way to start. The reason I have so much energy, I don't know if this is really the reason. I had to put my garbage can out this morning, and so I had to walk outside into the thunderstorm. But like the thunderstorm, the rain, like as I'm walking down my driveway, it really did energize me. So maybe I need to do that every morning. Anyway, we're gonna be writing today, or whatever you'd like to do in these sprints. Typically we do two 25-minute sprints. And every time I say, and maybe we'll do another one, and then we never do. So I'm just gonna, that's what the plan is. You are handwriting and expanding on more notes. That's awesome. You're so diligent, and I love that. Like, remind me, is this for a novel or a short story? Because if it's a novel, you're gonna be so prepared. Actually, if it's anything, you're gonna be so prepared. That Dark Writer is working on a children's short story to finish up and then get some progress on a dark romance. I love a dark romance. If you don't mind sharing what your premise is, I have been really getting into the dark romances recently. I don't know. I'm loving it. So, and yes, I do love that. I was so dreading it, you guys, when I had to go out in the rain. And then I liked it so much, I took my coffee onto my porch and sat there like the main character in a coming of age movie where someone's dead in the house, you know? Like those shots at the end of the movie where the person's like out on the porch with the rain and they're drinking their coffee waiting for the police to arrest them. That was my energy this morning. If you can't tell, I don't know. Yes, it was main character. Thrift Nice is working on fourth draft revising. I love that. That's so exciting. That's like a far draft in. Is this going to be one of the last drafts, or do you have like a bunch of drafts planned? Let me know. Let me know. Okay, this is right. This is for the dreaming game. This is so fun. This is like a whole world I don't know anything about, and I love just getting little peeks into it. So amazing. Yeah, is it Tiara or Tiara? I guess I could also look at your channel and see. But hello, welcome to the stream. I'm so excited you made it. We're happy to have you. What are you working on this morning? Beans, Beans, Beans is working on a second draft of revisions for a middle grade book this morning. I love that. Everybody is working on such a variety of things we're working on this morning, and I love it. Yes. Okay. Good morning, Casey. Speaking of dark romance books, I want to get into the genre. Are there any books I'd recommend? I am not the person to ask about this. Truly not, because every time I read a dark romance, I'm like, that was the craziest, darkest, scariest thing I've ever read. And then people in my comments are like, Alyssa, that was not dark at all. You're fine. So I'm not the person to ask about this, about the dark romances. I've just read all the popular ones. I don't know. Everyone watching the replay, comment down below because I can't help you. A few more drafts to go for middle grade horror. Spending my summer in spooky vibes. I love it. I love a spooky vibe summer. That's so fun. Hello, Camille. Reading through some second draft before revisions. That's like one of my favorite parts. But it's either my favorite or my least favorite, because I'm either reading through and I'm like, this is the best thing that's ever been written, where's my Pulitzer? Or I'm like, throw my entire body of work into the garbage. So I hope you have the first experience. So it's Tiara, awesome. Working on a dark romance horror vampire story. Maybe you also have some dark romance recommendations for us. Truly, that's what I'm looking for, easing myself into it. Yes, yes, that's so awesome. Oh, still, no idea. I read, okay, like I feel embarrassed to say what I read. So, no, I don't. I don't feel embarrassed. I read like the cat and mouse people, the haunting, the hunting, Adeline. I don't know. I don't recommend it. But I also, if you want to read a dark romance, that's the most popular one that all the girls read. But I was scarred emotionally and physically after reading it. So I can't in good conscience recommend that to you. Okay. Okay. Yes, you guys keep talking about this. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and get us started on a writing sprint this morning. Oh, did I even pull up my clock? I am really doing it. Hello, words from the void. Thanks for joining us. 25-minute timer. Oh no, I've started singing. This stream is really going off the rails, everybody. Yes. I can't. I can't even like. I can't even think about. Yeah. If you, Casey, if you don't want something super dark, well, see, this is the thing: is I said a book was super dark, and it wasn't. I read Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. I think that's her name. Which is like starts like a kidnapping romance, but then everybody's like, it wasn't actually a dark romance. It just started with a kidnapping, and I'm like, I think that that counts. Okay, okay. Yes, everybody comment your favorite dark romance to start with, and maybe I'll take their recommendation as well. You just came back from skating, and you're drenched and disgusting, but you made it for the stream. Well, thank you for sacrificing and coming even in your disgusting state. I feel that when I come back from a run and I have to write, I'm like, I don't want to do it. I smell horrible. Okay. So they're not exactly dark romance, they're more erotic horror. Okay, yeah. It is kind of two sides of the same coin. Like I feel like you get like it's kind of like when people pitch mystery and suspense and thriller, like all of those can kind of be interchangeable sometimes, but they are different. But yes, okay. Okay. Before I dig myself into more holes, let's get going. So everybody stretch out your fingers, get ready to write your book or your notes or your reading eyes. I'm going to stop. Okay, I'll see you in 25 minutes. All right, that brings us to the end of that sprint. How did we do, everybody? I got about 600, maybe, words, and they were all painful, but also good. I realize I have no facial control when I write. This is something I've learned through filming time lapses of myself, so I apologize for all the pain on my face. Looks like we have some dark romance Rex in the comments. Let's see. I saw one. Here we go. So here's some authors. I put them up on the screen for anybody watching the replay going lighter to darker. Thank you, that dark writer, for characterizing it like this for us who are afraid of the dark romance. So I'll leave that up for another second. Take a screen grab. These. Awesome. And Words from the Void looks like I'm finishing off the first draft, but not in the mood for it. I have felt this, especially near the end of first drafts, when you're like if you just know you have to grind it out, but you don't want to. Like, I have been there. Whatever you need to do to get into it, it's rough. It's rough. And good morning, Ashlyn. Thanks for joining us. Also working on a dark romance vampire story. I love it. You guys are much dark. That sounds bad. You're darker than me in your writing tastes. Ashlyn's favorite dark romance fantasy rec is the Never King series. I started off saying this is ridiculous, but I'm having a good time, and by the end I was crying with how invested I was. These are the books I want. These are the ones. I'm gonna look that up. Amazing. Okay. And then also here's some other recommendations. I'm going to leave those up for a sec so you can look at those. Oh, Tiara, I'll have to check out your channel too. Oh, okay. Ashlyn is wanting me to do a Patreon and a Discord. Everyone, no pressure, just wanted to voice my enthusiasm. Well, that is encouraging to hear, because I just never know. Because some people, like, it just is such a variety of, like, how often people are, or, like, what level of subscribers are you at to have a Patreon. Not that it really matters, but I'm like, I don't know. But this is good to know. So thank you for that. Got a chapter and a half revised, struggling with intense action scenes, but we'll get there. I was in intense action scenes for so long, and it was horrible. And I just wanted to get to the reunion after all the action scenes, like the calm after the storm where everybody's just crying and having an emotional time, which is where I'm at now. But when I tell you I was in an action scene for 2 weeks, and it was horrible, so I am with you in that pain. You got this. Power through. Words from the Void made a coffee and contemplated writing Monster Smut. I think that's the most productive thing that's happening on this sprint, to be honest. I have zero self-control with my facial expressions when I write, so relatable. This scene was especially bad. Like, this is one of those scenes where, I don't know if anybody else is like this, when I think of an idea for a book and when I'm plotting out a book, there are, like, images in my head. Kind of like, and it's often, like, I'll imagine the scene as though it was the last 5 minutes of a TV show, because I will stand by this till the day I die. The last 5 minutes of television shows that are dramas or, like, intense in any way have the most beautiful cinematography and, like, music, and I listen to a lot of those songs when I write. So this was one of those scenes that I pictured, like, the credits are about to roll, and, like, The Fray or Lizzie McAlpine's Ceilings or something is playing, and it's just, like, this beautiful scene, and that's what I was writing, and I just kept feeling all the pain. Okay, beans, revised 200 words, but it's in the first chapter. Yes, okay, first chapters are always super slow for me anyway, so you're doing great, especially revising. Revising the first chapter of a scene will take me 5 years. First chapter of a scene. That wasn't a sentence. You know what I mean. Hello, 88 Green. Hello from Australia. It's 7 p.m. here. Okay, I was wondering about that because I do get some Australia people at this time. So it's not morning for you. It's the evening. And then Tierra is also working on chapter 2 of the vampire novel. Some parts are better than others, but I'm having fun. That's the best part. Yeah, that's so fun. I don't know what you're referring to, but some of the things I've said are really unhinged. So I hope it's one of the more unhinged things that you also do. Um, oh, with the facial expressions, yeah. Words from the void. My face rarely moves, but I do have a metric butt ton of eye and brow things when thinking. Yeah. I used to, yeah, the image thing. Yes. It's my favorite thing. Um, yeah, I have one of those faces where if I'm paying attention, I look like this. So like almost every class I've ever taken, at some point the teacher's been like, Alyssa, are you confused? Do you have a question? What's going on? But it's just because I'm actually listening to the class. So, and that Dark Rider got 436 words. That's awesome. And you were given recommendations at the same time. I feel like you should count those words in your word count as well. Oh, this is awesome. This is so fun, you guys. Um, Okay, not to go back to this. I am wondering about the Patreon. Like, what kind of things do you like to see in people's Patreons? Because the why I've never really considered, or I mean, I've thought about it briefly, is I feel like I wouldn't want to take anything that I'm already doing for free on YouTube and put it behind a paywall. It's kind of like a rule, and well, it's not really a rule. You can do whatever you want, but I've heard from a marketing standpoint with when you introduce something behind a paywall, it should be something that you're not already doing for free, you know? And so I just don't know what I would do in a Patreon because I don't really I don't think I'm subscribed to any Patreons right now. And so I don't really know what happens in there. So if you have thoughts about what you would like to see from me in a Patreon or something in that vein, let me know. All right. Let's get going with another sprint. Um, let's see. Probably not mad at the focusing thing. Yeah. I get this. I get this. um, yeah, this is I've never subscribed to any Patreons. I also haven't either. The only reason I even like thought about it recently was because I was like, I would really like to stream at this time every day because this is how I get out of bed and do the thing. But I don't know if it's too aggressive to have like daily live streams happening on YouTube. And I was like, that's something people do on Patreon, right? Or I guess Twitch. I don't know. Or I could just screw the system and do it on YouTube anyway. But I don't want to be like, every day of the week I'm going to be live and then like have to cancel half the time, you know? So I'm just trying to figure that out. Anyway, let's get cooking with another sprint. Let's do another 25 minutes. Because I can't write for longer than that at a time. I can. I did yesterday, actually. I wrote for like 60 minutes in a row. It was crazy. Anyway. All right. Let's quick do a little neck roll. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Yawn it out if you need to. Little wrist stretch. Oh, wow. Ow. That really actually was painful. Okay. Let's get cooking with another sprint. All right, that brings us to the end of that sprint. Let me know how it went. Mine was much slower than the first one, which always kind of happens for me. Like the first one, I'm like, grind it out. And then the second one, I'm like, ooh, what's going on outside? But it kind of balances out. I think I ended with about like 300 words, which is not nothing. That's actually pretty good. Um, Looks like Anna joined us. Hello, Anna. Okay, I was watching your stream that you did. I don't remember when it was. It was beautiful. Like, the way you structured it, so structured and beautiful. I was so inspired. Welcome, Anna. And it looks like we have some people in support of the daily live streams. So that's good. That might be happening. I don't know. And Ashlyn, thank you so much for your thoughts on Patreon. I appreciate you typing that out because I have like been wanting to subscribe to some people's Patreons. Um, and so thanks for giving me a little bit of insight and these good ideas of like sprints, a Discord, book club, bonus videos, that kind of that kind of thing. Um, yeah, this is you're giving me a lot of good things to think about, so thank you for that. And I don't know if you're still here, Beans, but thanks for chatting with us. I hope you have a good time at the grocery store. I love the grocery store. Side note, I just think it's fun to go grocery shopping. I am starting to lose it, everyone. Live on camera. Slower here too. Yes, it's coffee time. See, I have my coffee before and like during, I guess, but I usually eat like the same thing for breakfast and I have it with my coffee usually. So right now, like I can smell my breakfast that I haven't made yet because I just have like Pavlovian trained myself to want to eat my pancakes with my coffee. Highly recommend if you're trying to get your protein in, the protein pancakes, because it's just such a fun way to start the day. I'm like, yes, I will eat chocolate chip pancakes at 5 a.m. every day. Anyway, words from the void, 440 words with no context to where they belong. These are often the best words. I have these notes on my phone that are just like random scenes that a lot of them I do end up using though, so that's awesome. 88 green, 493 words edited. That's awesome, especially editing. Yeah. And then, hello, Angelica. Welcome. And then 537 words edited through. That's awesome. That Dark Rider got 412 words. Looks like we're making a lot of good progress here. That's awesome. I got through, I think I already said, just like 500 words of the same scene, which is fine with me. I'm probably going to write later today as well. Casey hit exactly 500 words. Awesome. I love it when it's a nice even number like that. Still outlining and deciding to write it on note cards to help me visualize this story. That's awesome. A lot of people do that. I have always been more of like a bullet point list person than a scene card outline person. But I think it's a similar sort of situation. Like I just have my whiteboard back here, which is just like a whiteboard sheet that you put on a wall. And instead of note cards, I just like bullet point it out. I think just because I don't have the patience. But I feel like it's a similar sort of thought of like seeing it all in a list. But I am behind, which you guys wouldn't even know because I haven't posted this video yet. I made like an updated plan for when I want to finish this draft of this book, and it was very ambitious, and I'm already like 3 days behind. But that's okay because it's more just to like get my butt in gear. So I'm definitely gonna be writing later today to kind of try to get caught up to that. But this really helped, so thank you all for coming. I think that's gonna be it for the sprints today. Thanks, Tiara. Have a great day of work. I hope that you enjoy your work, and I hope that it's a great day. Thanks for joining, everybody. I think I'm really gonna consider doing like everyday streams. But I keep saying that, and then I keep just doing Tuesday, Thursday. So we'll see. Maybe next week we'll start maybe adding a one or two in just to ease you in. Um, but yes, have a great day, everybody. I will see you tomorrow for a video and on Thursday for a live stream. So bye.